Hi, this is Harold Riley with Jacksonville Housing and Credit Counseling Services. I would like to share something with you. You know, my videos are typically about credit, finances, budgeting, homeownership, that sort of thing. But today, I'm going to talk to you about traffic accidents, hit and runs in particular. You see, this is something that really touched me recently. But I'm going to take you back first. A few months ago, I was traveling down North Main Street here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I witnessed a guy driving a pickup truck broadside another guy driving a company van. It was a pretty ugly accident. The van was damaged pretty bad. It wasn't a whole lot done to the pickup truck. It was an older truck. So they kind of blocked the road. So I got out to see if everybody was okay. And I called the police. And while I was on the phone with the police, the driver of the pickup truck, he came up to the guy driving the company van to see was he okay. And he was. And as I was giving the police the address of whatnot, where we were, the guy that broadsided him in the pickup truck left. And it was shocking because it happened so fast. He just got into his truck and left. So the police arrived and we gave him, a story of what happened. And he took a report and wasn't much he could do but take the report because the driver left. All we had was a vague description of the truck and the guy, but it happened so fast, that was it. So a couple of days went by. The company that the young man worked for called me. And the guy that was driving that company van, he couldn't have been no more than 21, 22 years old. Young guy. I mean, probably never been in an accident before. But this company called me and wanted to know what happened. And I told him, he wasn't at fault. The guy just came out broadsided him. In which the guy said at the scene before he took off that he didn't see him. And they wanted to know if I had the license plate of the truck that hit him, and I didn't, because as I said, it happened so fast. So they said, thank you, this, that, and the other. Didn't think much of it. A few days later, the young man called me, because I had gave him my information that if he needed anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And he called me and told me that the company fired him because he failed to get the information of the driver in the truck that hit him. They fired him. And I thought, man, that's some bull. But hey, that's life. Move forward about 2 months. My daughter was involved in a traffic accident. And like all only kids do, the first call was me. Hey, Dad, somebody just hit me. And I said, hey, call the police. Where are you? I'm on my way. So she gave me the address of where they were. And I took off like a bat out of hell to get up there. So when I get there, the driver that hit her had left. While she was on the phone with the police, the driver took off. And I'm like, man. But luckily, I had installed a dash cam on her car because that first accident with the young man kind of turned on a light bulb in my head. So I installed dash cameras on our vehicles. So we were able to get a description of the driver, the vehicle, but more importantly, the license plate. So when the police officer arrived on the scene, my daughter downloaded the video on her phone and sent him a copy of it. So he ran the license plate right there while we were at the scene to see who the car was registered to and so forth. So got everything working on that. A couple of days went by. I needed to get a copy of the police report for our insurance company. So I went to the substation. And the police report was closed. And I'm like, well, was the driver ticketed? Did you have their information or whatnot? And they told me that the address where the vehicles was registered, the people had moved. And they had no idea where they were. So I'm livid. I'm like, what? So I got the police report, and they had redacted the other driver information because they weren't sure who was driving the vehicle. So they had redacted that off the report, at least what I had. So I had the dash cam information. So I gave the license plate and the description of the vehicle to my insurance company. And I told them that the driver had left the scene before the police arrived, which made it a hit and run. So my insurance company and myself tracked down this vehicle. And the driver accepted responsibility. And our car was repaired. And it was nothing out of pocket to me, which made me happy. And of course, there were no injuries, which is most important. But the reason I did this video, because I just saw the same thing happen again today. Where somebody was involved in a traffic accident. They get out, the other driver hauled ass. And that's what I was trying to tell my daughter. That the world we live in now, people don't care. People don't want any points against their license. People don't want you to build their insurance, or they want their insurance to increase. So rather than go through that, if they're at fault, they simply take off. That police officer told me at that scene that they get 15 to 20 hit and runs per day here in Jacksonville, Florida. You wouldn't think that that was happening at that rate, but it is. So, like I told my daughter, if you are involved in a traffic accident, the first thing you want to do is make sure that everybody's okay. But you want to put that mobile phone to work. Get a picture of that driver, get a picture of that vehicle, and most of all, get a picture of that license plate. You want to have those things because there is a good chance that driver could take off before the police arrive. So If they stay, great. You exchange information, the picture of the vehicle, license plate number, and so forth. But I know that a traffic accident shakes you up, and many of us go into shock. But you got to keep it together and get the information you need. Or you can find yourself paying a deductible, having your own car repaired, and your rate go up. So this is just something that I thought I would share with you because it's something that really bothered me. And we have to be aware of what's happening, especially for some of our younger drivers. So talk with your folks, share this information, and like and share this video, and comment. Put your comments in here. I want to see what you have to say about this subject. But as always, I thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe. Deuces.